Big news was just confirmed for Tesla stock investors by Elon Musk over the weekend. And you will want to celebrate because Tesla stock is up right now as I'm recording 7.14% in a single day so far. And there's multiple reasons for this. One is Tesla's FSD Supervised has officially launched to some Hardware 4 owners in South Korea, marking the 7th country to receive FSD. And then there are a bunch of posts like this. Look at that bottom left chart of FSD tracker, which has a record of being conservative on critical disengagement rates, is showing a massive improvement in FSD 14. You can see about 1 critical disengagement per 4,000 miles. And because of things like this, some analysts are now saying Tesla stock is a must-own stock as Autonomy nears tipping point. And now FSD V14.2 is actually rolling out to more owners. So all of that is big, but this is the big one. Elon Musk just announced some huge news over the weekend. Most people don't know that Tesla has had an advanced AI chip and board engineering team for many years. That team has already designed and deployed several million AI chips in our cars and data centers. These chips are what enable Tesla to be the leader in real-world AI. The current version in our cars is AI 4. We are close to taping out AI 5 and are starting to work on AI 6, and watch out for the big one. Our goal is to bring a new AI chip design to volume production every 12 months. We expect to build chips at higher volumes ultimately than all other AI chips combined. Read that sentence again, as I'm not kidding. We expect to build chips at higher volumes ultimately than all other AI chips combined. These chips will profoundly change the world in positive ways, saving millions of lives due to safer driving and providing advanced medical care to all people via Optimus. And by the way, you know why Elon made that post? It's because this is a recruitment post. He's trying to recruit new engineers and new AI talent. He then goes and says, send an email with 3 bullet points describing evidence of your exceptional ability to AI_chips at Tesla.com. We are particularly interested in applying cutting-edge AI to chip design. Thanks, Elon. Also, then Ashok added this, not to mention, these chips are heavily co-designed with the Tesla AI software teams to achieve incredible performance while also beating by a large margin on perf per watt and perf per dollar. For instance, AI4 can process and understand 1 million pixels of streaming video within 1 millisecond. This is only achievable because the software and the hardware are designed together to achieve this performance point. This is almost like Steve Jobs talking about how to design software and hardware from decades ago, except no one else can really quite pull it off because it requires some extreme talent and resources and capability. And so a typical reaction from a Tesla stock investor about this whole thing is, holy shoot. And look, Elon is not kidding about the chips. Tesla is hiring AI distillation engineers to compress large models into smaller ones that can run on the inference hardware in cars. Now, think about the companies that are the best in the world at designing chips or at chip making and all that stuff that goes into chips. How much are they worth? And I'm not saying that Tesla is going to be worth this much money just from chips alone. I'm just pointing out the obvious here, which is chips are important and there's a lot of money in them. And if you can make better chips than everyone else, it is going to be difficult not to make a lot of money, even if Tesla doesn't sell these chips to other companies, because if Tesla makes the best chip, no one else is going to beat Tesla. But look at NVIDIA's market cap, $4.36 trillion. What do? Chips. Now, of course, it's more complicated, but another company here, TSMC, its market cap is approximately over $1 trillion. All I'm saying is Tesla is beating trillion-dollar companies at the thing that they basically dedicate their whole existence to. Now, I'm not saying that Tesla is going to compete with TSMC. Their model is a whole different model. They actually make the chips. I mean, they manufacture. But all I'm saying is there are companies out there that dedicate their whole existence to just improving chips, making chips, designing chips, and yet Tesla is going to beat a company like NVIDIA when it comes to designing the best chip for Tesla. The importance and significance of this must not be understated, because in this new world, if you have the best chip and then on top of that you got the best software, and the software and the hardware is designed to work together from scratch, and you got the best teams designing everything from all ends, it is going to be impossible not to win on a monumental scale. I remember reading about Warren Buffett's take about how to find new companies, and he was talking about how to find a new car manufacturer if you were an investor in 1900s. There are thousands of car manufacturers, but how would you have known that GM and Ford were the two big ones that are going to survive out of 4,000 or something? I think in this case, we have a somewhat similar paradigm here, except I think the easier question to ask is which company is not going to lose? And Tesla is going to be a company that is not going to lose. lose. And if it's not going to lose, it means it is going to win. So that post from Elon Musk for me, it's making me more bullish about Tesla stock, and it's making me really excited about owning Tesla stock. And look, other investors are realizing it too. It's up 7%. Now, yes, today the markets are up overall, but the tech sector is only up 2.73%. Tesla stock is a lot more than this today. So there's no way this is just the market alone doing this. No way. I would disagree with that point completely. But that post from Elon Musk, the main thing from it that I got is not so much actually about the whole chip thing, although that is a big, major significant thing to not be underestimated. But the main thing that I'm getting from this is Elon's long-term commitment and extreme focus and extreme dedication towards Tesla. And he's extremely serious about the Optimus bot. Look, when it comes to full self driving, Tesla has sort of figured it out already. Do we really need a much better chip every single 12 months? Sure, maybe for the next 1, 2, 3 years. Okay, that's really helpful. But Elon Musk is not just talking about the next 1 to 3 years here. I think he is more talking about the next 10, 20, 30 years. Okay, I'm not sure about 30, but definitely the next 10 to 15 or 20, I think. He's basically changing the direction of the company with this post. Think about this. Hardware 3 came out when? 2019. How many years to get to hardware 4? Currently it's 2025 and we have hardware 4. So that took a lot more than just 12 months. If Tesla released a new chip every roughly year, this is going to put Tesla ahead of everyone else by not just a little bit, by miles on top of miles on top of miles. And Elon understands that AI is a feature and having local compute is important, having the best chip is important, and for specific use cases where Tesla is going to want to compete, Tesla is going to have the best chip. That is going to include the humanoid robot. And that is going to be such a huge market. And now Tesla has committed to basically making the best chip, a better chip than everyone else when it comes to the humanoid robot. So if you got the best chip and you got basically the best engineering talent for software and everything, how can you not make the best humanoid robot? And if that is the main takeaway from all of this, we are not just going to talk about Tesla stock in a few $1 trillion market cap range. It is going to be in the tens of trillions. It really sounds even ridiculous just to say that because the numbers are so huge. But if you think about it, it makes sense. I will give you a warning though. I am often way too early. Like when I look at something, when I see something, it turns out I'm usually too early. But not that too early. I mean, I bought Tesla stock for the first time in early 2019 and then the stock just dropped 50%. But we all know what happened very soon after that. So I wasn't early, but I was somewhat early. There are people way earlier than me though that that waited for many years without really getting any returns. Like if you bought Tesla stock in 2016, 2015, you could have held Tesla stock for quite a few years and basically made nothing. So what I've noticed, my pattern is I'm not wrong. I am sometimes a little early. Just like Elon is, late when it comes to delivering, I'm just a little bit early, but not too early. It's like, it's pretty good. It's like when I get in, there's going to be some noise and some friction somewhere. Something's going to happen, but it's the right thing to do. And I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about this, and what Elon Musk is going to do with the Tesla humanoid robot, it's really hard to imagine how that is going to go wrong, assuming that the whole thing is actually going to materialize and is going to be created by someone. So as long as fundamentally the idea of creating a humanoid robot is a good idea, I am struggling with the idea of Elon Musk not being able to pull it off on a massive scale. Not with this kind of dedication. But if somehow there turns out to be a reason that the humanoid robot idea overall as an idea is a very bad idea, then okay, I think that would be probably the best argument to make why the humanoid robot is not going to work. Because as long as the idea overall is solid and someone is going to make it work, I have such a hard time imagining how it would not work for Tesla. Because we have Elon Musk and we got the chips now. The design that Tesla has for the humanoid robot, they are designing stuff from scratch. You cannot buy this from any place. You have to design it from scratch. So Elon Musk is getting me really excited here. I am feeling like 2019 vibes and maybe more, not so much 2019 vibes about the humanoid robot, more like 2015 or maybe even 2014. I'm just saying it's really early, but it's like at that time in 2014, 2015, I remember I looked at Tesla and I looked at Elon Musk and electric vehicles and I thought EVs are definitely happening. It was clear to me. I just wanted to see Tesla in a position where for sure it is going to make money. And I came to a conclusion in 2019 that I think personally, it is just a matter of time before Tesla is going to make money. That was sort of betting against the consensus at the time, especially when Morgan Stanley said that the stock is going to go to like, $10 per share in their bear case. And that was before the split. So actually their bear case was way lower than that. Split adjusters, I think they were saying that the stock is going to go down to 66 cents per share. So I was definitely feeling like I'm going against the consensus with my bet on Tesla. And then another thing about this whole announcement from Elon Musk about the chips and everything is another company can make a similar announcement, but are they actually going to do it? The thing is, Tesla is already doing it, as in their AI chip right now is so much more better and so much more efficient at what Tesla needs it to do that it is clear if Tesla just keeps doing it more, no one is going to beat it. Because this is not a theoretical, Tesla is eventually going to make something better than NVIDIA. No, we already got it. And now there's a commitment to make it much better every 12 months, which, let me emphasize that commitment did not exist before. We were only talking about AI 5 and AI 6, but the way Elon Musk is talking about it, we are changing the whole direction of the company, sort of. Or not maybe so much changing the direction as in Elon Musk just got a lot more serious, he's not playing around, he is going to get this done. And then Tesla is making efforts for FSD in Europe. Tesla is asking owners in Europe to contact Dutch regulators to express your excitement for FSD and to encourage regulators to approve it. Tesla says, we have developed and shared detailed safety evidence for FSD, now public in our latest safety report, and we have driven over 1 million kilometers safely on EU roads across 17 different countries. Internal testing. As a result, we are gathering evidence to get exemptions on a specific rule-by-rule basis. Unfortunately, the real-world fleet-proven safety wins alone are considered insufficient. And then check this out. Green uncovered something really interesting. See these lines? Do you know what these are? If you didn't know, Green is basically a hacker, and he can access Tesla's internal stuff. And Tesla releases something, but it's like only released in the code, not actually visible to anyone. But he can look up that code and he sees that this area is called Bay Unsupervised CADMV, unsupervised. And this is the entire San Francisco, Oakland, and even San Jose area. So the latest Tesla software branch includes references to full self-driving unsupervised being tested internally. And I think the most likely explanation for this is likely related to ongoing progress toward discontinuing the utilization of safety drivers in California as part of Tesla's robotaxi service. Or, and it's possible, but I'm not so sure I would buy it yet, meaning I don't think I would believe in it, at least not yet. There's a possibility that it could literally be unsupervised FSD even if you are in your own Tesla, but I doubt that's possible, although maybe there would be like some limited testing possibly, maybe like internally by Tesla employees, not necessarily during like work hours, but like, okay, you're a Tesla employee, you got FSD unsupervised, you can use it if you like. I don't think the chances of that are very high right now. I think I would put a very small probability on that happening. But the fact that they mentioned the California DMV makes me think this is the area they are applying for a permit. James is definitely excited about this too. No matter how you look at this whole thing, this can only be good news. Now, Green also found some other smaller areas. Out of curiosity, I checked what other unsupervised regions there might be, and apparently there's a bunch of hidden smaller earlier ones around some Tesla facility on Hanover Street in Palo Alto for increasingly bigger areas just for parking lots. So these are probably just for like internal testing. I wouldn't think these are big deals. Although there's basically this whole area of San Francisco that's included in here. Green guesses these are likely for some ongoing internal testing, but the smaller areas are really quite small. Now, Green has another explanation. What's possible is that drivers in California are not quite ready for robotaxi operations, and they are gathering statistics for DMV, which is basically a government agency in the US, to then actually show that FSD is good enough to remove them, the safety drivers. And he imagines that the stats will come out soon if this is really true. Currently, by the way, Tesla owners have now collectively driven 6.5 billion miles on FSD supervised. We are on track to cross 7 billion by the end of the year, so soon we will have more FSD miles driven than humans on the planet Earth. Oh, and then there's a bunch of these clips floating around X of FSD just handling New York City like it's nothing, like it's something FSD does every single day. No flinch, nothing, just smooth operation. Good. I think actually, if you have never driven in New York City and you drive in a place like this for the first time, I think FSD is doing a better job here probably than most people would. The guy says, the situation from our drive last night was absurd. The car went from freaking out around people to living among them. People have no idea how good FSD is. Farzan has a good point. I can't believe this isn't common knowledge. This is how you make money. You find something that's so obvious, but it just isn't common knowledge. And these things don't happen often. They are very rare. And this is one obvious one. Like, try this. Just go on the street and randomly ask people, do you think that full self-driving by Tesla, do you think it's actually like pretty good? Like, do you think you can drop it in New York City and it just drives for the most part safely? Most people right now, regular people, investors, they have no idea how good FSD is getting. And Omar, by the way, is in New York City. And Omar got FSD 14.2 now. And he says it was great in Manhattan. It's like 14 and 13 had a baby, all the smarts and features of V14 with the smoothness of V13. Can't wait to try it in California. Oh, and Sawyer here put a compilation of Tesla FSD avoiding animals. Wow. Okay, if a human was driving, I'm pretty sure that animal would have been hit. FSD stopped in time. Oh, okay. Well, this one's hard to miss. I don't think a person would miss this one. That's a big one. I assume this is in Canada, although I'm not sure. But yeah, FSD is pretty good. This is, I assume, probably in Texas. Oh, wow. That's that's interesting. But yeah, like these ones. Good job, FSD. This goes on for 7 minutes. 50 seconds. The first one was actually really quite impressive right here. Take a look at this one. Oh, that was a quick maneuver. Also now, FSD drives on dirt roads like a walk in the park at night. You know, at night, usually you would think a walk in the park would not be comfortable, but I assure you that FSD feels very comfortable doing it at night here. Very smooth. And here's V14.2 handling a very twisty and tight canyon road. Did the entire box canyon with zero human input, 30 plus turns with a few hairpins. So smooth, so perfect. And yes, it can also go through McDonald's. Zach did this. 14.2 handles a McDonald's drive-through without any human input. It waited for me to order at the machine. Once I rolled my window up, it proceeded to the first window. And then it also parked itself. This whole thing is, I think, zero human input. Yeah, zero human input. Enters the parking garage, then pulls into a parking space with zero human input. Parking spot to parking spot, 100% on FSD. Very impressive what Tesla has accomplished here. I think the thing where the thing opens for Tesla to enter, like it knows to stop and wait for that, and it just knows it's going to open. So yeah, and this whole thing is just getting quite impressive. And then perfect trip to the airport on Mad Max mode. Okay. A lot of these videos are getting a little boring because it's just smooth. It's just good. But that is very bullish. So Zach drove 334 miles on FSD V14.2. It's incredible. I went 143 miles without having to touch my steering wheel today. I did some canyon driving and a ton of highway miles today with zero disengagement. I feel safer with FSD driving than any human I've ever driven with. That is a huge statement. This build is insane. It's better than human drivers, especially on super curvy roads. It's really gonna read that again. It's better than human drivers, especially on super curvy roads. It's better than human drivers. Do you guys realize this? Like before, we didn't really quite hear this from reviewers. This is a big moment. It's better than human drivers. Stayed so centered and didn't touch the line. Parking has gotten better and the braking is just so smooth. Everyone needs to experience FSD. 99.8% of my driving since getting V14.2 has been FSD and it's just phenomenal. The other 0.2% has just been moving spots in parking lots or taking it out of my driveway if it's done charging. Have taken family and friends for rides on this build and they have all been blown away. This was a huge update and some very noticeable changes. I'm so happy with the progress and can't stop driving. Very bullish. Now, there are some minor issues here and there still. For example, Dirty Tesla Kian points out here that FSD V14.2 speed profiles have definitely been dialed back. They don't drive as fast. Unfortunately, this means on this 55 mile per hour road, the car thinks it is 25 miles per hour. the car won't stay closer to 55 miles in max like it did in 14.1.x versions. And Czech actually has a solution to this. Bad map data continues to feel like the Achilles heel that needs a better solution. I seem to feel like a crowdsourced solution is the fix. If Tesla is going for a completely scalable solution where HD mapping, like for robotaxi, is not required, we need to find a way for owners/users to report these issues. These are items the navigation stack needs to be aware of. Think of how Waze handles object on road ahead. The issue stays in the stack as long as users continue to report it. If reports slow down, it disappears on its own. This same solution would work for potholes and many other temporary issues. Do you remember one of these? I remember seeing these every day. Well. Self-driving cars could be decades away no matter what Elon Musk said. This is from Wall Street Journal in 2021. Decades away, huh? Really? They did say that, decades away. Wow. Decades away. Self-driving cars could be decades away no matter what Elon Musk said. Now remember the analysts that are basically saying that Tesla stock is a must-own stock? Here's a bit more from them. Tesla's autonomous driving lead is approaching an irreversible tipping point that could trigger one of the biggest value shifts in modern industrial history. And that's why you want to own Tesla stock. Tesla is a must-own because the world is about to change dramatically. It only took how many years for a lot of these people to figure it out, and some of them are still figuring it out, by the way. Our point is not that Tesla is at risk, it's that everybody else is. He adds that the next 5 years will see hundreds of billions in value shift to Tesla. Public awareness remains low. Not even out of 100 Americans have ridden in a self-driving car. Not even 1 out of 100. This is exactly what I've been talking about in the beginning of this video. Then they state, adding that only tens of thousands have tried Tesla's latest FSD supervised system. When widespread rollout arrives, it will still shock most people. So that same analyst sees autonomy as a $7 trillion sector, and investors should anticipate hundreds of billions of value shift to Tesla. Larry Goldberg also tried the latest FSD version. He says, just spent my first hour with this dream. Wow, it is sentient and drives like the best chauffeur imaginable. Smooth, authoritative, comfortable, and comforting. Every move is so good. He says it's redolent. The best human driver. Even my late father would have approved of it. Congratulations, Tesla. Oh, wait, we got some good news here. Actually, Dutch regulator RDW confirms Tesla FSD February 2026 target. Okay. This is exciting. This is good. Now, of course, things could change a little bit, but this is sounding good. Oh, and check this out. Tesla surging towards a historic milestone in Norway, putting it on track to break VW's long-standing annual sales record in the country. Tesla reached 26,000 Norwegian sales so far in 2025, hundreds of units away from surpassing VW's 2016 record. What an exciting time right now to be a Tesla stock investor. My name is Matt Pochis, and I will see you in the next video, probably on Wednesday. Unless, that is, you are subscribed to the Elder channel, which used to be a Clips channel. I'm posting quite a few shorts on it. They have nothing to do with Tesla, by the way. These are just the most interesting stories from the internet. I will probably change the name of this Elder channel, so I'm not posting these shorts on this channel. This is a different channel. Search for my name. You will find this other channel if you do want to check out these shorts. I posted a few about Elon Musk, and this one is a bit wild. Saving 57 cents, cost $900 million for General Motors. This one is insane. I will try to put a link down below in the description linking to that short. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you probably on Wednesday.